What's up, guys? Sean Waves here. I want to listen to one of my best beats and how did I create this beat? And so the idea is from 6 months, which I started using Ableton, started taking production lessons, and then just immersed myself in it, really cutting everything out of my life and just making beats nonstop every single day for about half a year. And um, and so let's just listen to this track for a second, the beginning of it. You see, there's not that many bars, and this is the main thing. And so we call them stems or bars. And using Splice, you're choosing a key and the beats per minute that you want. Literally spending some tracks like 6 to 12 hours on the track, probably even more as it culminates throughout the day. And the idea is that you spend hours putting in a certain type of name or sound that you want to hear, a certain genre, but it's very specific on that genre. And it's a lot of keywords that you specifically like, and finding certain keys, choosing different keys that you like, and then just scrolling for hours, and just finding one that you like. And it's got to be like a feeling, it connects with you. You put it in, right? And so obviously right here, we hear that audio, but if we shut off everything else, we see that the thing that, really was the first piece. Okay, so I actually move it up there, but that is the foundation for the whole track. That took me an extremely long time. And the idea is that you just keep looking, right? I'm not going out with friends, right? I'm not doing that. I'm not stopping and watching a movie, right? If I do take a break, watch a movie, like it's not going to be the whole thing. It's going to be a little bit piece to inspire me, and you just keep looking, looking, and looking, and looking. And so that's why there's not that many stems here, because it took me so long to find just the right ones. And if something wasn't like perfection with it, I'd get rid of it. And so, as I've said in past videos, you just want constantly a feeling of movement. So that's that sound right. Okay. Right, and so you see those two added on there. Nothing takes away, everything only adds just a little bit. The sounds are all adjusted, right? And the last thing I want to touch on, this doesn't need to be a long video because I'm giving you a couple really important points, is that you hear the audio is kind of, you can't quite hear it. It's almost like shoegaze, right? Where they got really popular, where someone's saying something, it's emotional, but you can't necessarily hear what the vocals are, what the words are. And that's so that the rapper or artist that likes my track, they can put their signature on it. They can do whatever they want with it. They don't feel like they have to, if it's about love or something, they might feel like they have to write about that. They don't have to. It's completely open to them. It's a completely open painting. The whole idea is that I'm making this with the artist in mind. And all of that stress for like months of me working here and there, like outside of it, right? For cash to keep living my life. But everything is just being put into this. You can hear it in the track. The track has so much life in it. It has so much of a soul in it. It's got, was this a sad song or an exciting song? It just sounds like a life. Like it sounds like a great track, because all of I'm putting all of myself in it. And whoever created this on Splice, I chose people that they've put meticulously spent time to get only the best sounds. So it's perfection on perfection on perfection. And when rappers use this, it goes through a studio, and you hope that they also do a great job on it as well. So it just keeps going up a level and level and level and level. And that's what you have to put into this. If you want other rappers, other artists aren't stupid, right? If they're musically inclined, they can hear if it's good or not. And so to get to that level, you just got to devote lots of time searching for the exact sound, that you want and that fits your track. If you can't find it, just leave the track alone. Just leave it, walk away from it, and come back to it later when you're actually prepared to give it the time that it needs. And one more thing, this track in specifically, it was like in the very middle of like me just working nonstop. And then like, I think like my mind was like just stressed out with a lot of stuff. And so I just said, okay, I'm going to go to a cafe and just keep working on this track. And I was just working on it and put it together. And then I didn't even really show it off. I just put it into a folder, like whatever. I just want to keep going. I had like a goal of like 100 tracks. And, this might have even been 50, number 50. And, then when I was going back through them, it's like, this one's good. I didn't think about it that much, but it's just because I just dedicated everything to time that eventually you start to get these great tracks that come out. But yeah, so I hope that's helpful. I hope you can take something from that. And if you're using Splice, yeah, it's a 6-month curve for me until I started being able to actually, make cash from beats. These people that are like, yeah, I made 100 beats in a day and I'm selling them online. I don't know how they do that. I don't understand it. If they're not quality beats, maybe I'm not there yet. Maybe later I'll be able to do 100 in a week and start selling them. But generally to go from, DJing to be like, oh, I want to be a producer and make beats, it was about a half a year nonstop. So I wish you the best of luck. Maybe you can do it in less than time than that. But my advice to you is just to love music, put everything into it, your heart and soul, and just spend a long time searching for the exact right stems for you. Thanks, guys.